Yeah, hi there, Nourel. This is Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online TOEFL course, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. You completed independent speaking practice test number 60. And let's see what you have to say here. So the question here is, name a person whom you admire. Why do you admire him or her so much? And then use reasons and examples to support your response. So let me go ahead and listen to it once all the way through, and then I'll play it again and give you some comments. So let's hear how you responded.
What I admire the most is my father for what he accomplished at young age and his wisdoms. My father, at the age of 20, graduated from a college, and 2 years later, he owned a company that earned him hundreds of thousands of dollars. Another reason why I admire my father is because he gives me good advice. When I was freshman in pharmacy school, and he advised that I took my required class first, he was right. If I hadn't taken his advice, I would have spent another year in college.
Wow, you got an incredible father, first of all. It sounds like he's had a lot of accomplishments. All right, let's go back to the beginning of your
What I
speech.
admire the most is my father for what he accomplished at young age and his wisdoms.
All right, so you have your topic statement in the beginning. You talked about what he accomplished at a very young age and also his wisdom. Now, you said wisdoms, but usually wisdom is an uncount noun. We typically don't put S on it. It's kind of like advice. I can't say many advices. I have to say advice or much advice. Wisdom is kind of the same thing. But your introduction is very clear. You have an organization of your ideas.
My father, at the age of 20,
You want to say at the age of 20. So sometimes when you're speaking, you're still working on this. Sometimes you leave out certain words like a, and the. So in that case, I would say at the age of 20.
graduated from a college, and 2 years later,
You want to say there, and 3 years later. So when you pronounce the T, you have to put your tongue between your teeth, and 3, not tree years, but 3 years later. So,
he owned a company that
owned. He owned. Make that vowel sound a little bit longer. He owned a company.
earned him hundreds of thousands of dollars.
My good, this is incredible. Let me comment on what you're saying. So, your dad graduated from college at the age of 20. And then 3 years later, this guy's making hundreds of thousands of dollars in his own company. That's incredible.
Another reason why I admire my father is because he gives me good advice.
There, that was a very good transition. I like your use of the word another. Another is effective because you're now connecting what you've already said with what you're now going to say. So that's a good organization. That was a very good transition at this part of your speech.
When I was freshman in
You want to say when I was a freshman. Don't forget to put a before that.
pharmacy school, and he advised that I took my required class first.
Wait a minute. He advised that I took. You don't want to say that. That's a grammar issue. When you're using words like advise, recommend, require, you want to use what's called the subjunctive. So you want to say, he advised that I take. So even though you're using past tense in the main part of the sentence, you need to use the base form in the that clause. So again, it means he advised that I should take, or he advised that I take.
He was right. If I hadn't taken his advice, I would have spent another year in college.
No, that was brilliant grammar there. You're talking about a past impossible condition. If he hadn't told me this, I wouldn't have spent. So that was very good grammar. It's high-level grammar. A lot of students have trouble using that structure. You did it with no problems at all, so that's good. Okay, so let's take a look at the rubrics here. So on the one hand, in terms of your development and also your organization. I think you have a very strong organization and development of ideas. You clearly have a lot of examples. It's easy to understand everything that you're saying and how it all fits together. Language use, as I pointed out, you did have some minor language use issues. For example, the one idea I talked about, he advised that I take, is better than he advised that I took. So that was a grammar problem. You also have some problems with using a, and the before your singular count nouns. So you want to be careful about that. Delivery, you had some minor problems, as I pointed out in the speech. Still, this is a very good response on your part. I'm going to put you right around, I'm going to say 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30. Unfortunately, this will probably not get 26 points out of 30 because of some delivery and some language use issues.